Do they want us?
It'll be about 45.
You'll time it or you'll look at the clock.
Oh, yeah.
Who closes out the meeting?
Onyx.
So we're like the middle part. She'll open.
Mm-hmm. They just ran the videos and then Onyx will do it. And it's kind of a conversation, really. I mean,
Give everybody 1 more minute.
nice haircut.
Thank you. It's good for hot yoga.
Looking good, looking good.
All right, so let's get
You
this
can-
work started. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Saturday Quantum Field X39 training call. And we are going to have big fun today because I love these two. Sabrina and Tim always make me laugh. And one of the things that I like about them is they have no industry experience and they're killing it already. It's really, really amazing to watch them. And these two, I think, have mastered something in their life that they bring to the business, which is to bring humor into every aspect of your life. And I know you all know about Steve, Gina, and myself, that we're serious about building business, absolutely, but we're also serious about having fun. And so I'm really, really excited because these building business and having fun go hand in hand with building a LifeWave X39 business. So I'm really excited that you're here today.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of our 90-day run to the This Is It convention. And
Yes.
if you're not registered, I'm encouraging you to get yourself registered, make a decision. I have learned in my life that once I decide on something, whether that's the hot yoga class that I'm going to tomorrow, whether that's a church service that I'm attending, whether that's the This Is It convention, whatever it is, when I make a decision, I find that everything in my life moves forward and starts multiplying. So by the end of this call, if you haven't decided to get yourself registered, you're crazy. But hopefully you will, because we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to being together. I'm looking forward to breaking bread with everyone. It's going to be an amazing couple of days. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Tim and Sabrina. You can hear I'm at a hotel in Spain and it's loud as can be, but I got internet, which is great. So this is Tim and Sabrina. They are executive directors in LifeWave. That is 1, 2, 3 ranks from the top. They are absolutely killing it in the business. They're working their business consistently and persistently. And I know it has blessed their lives, not just in terms of health, not just in terms of wealth, but then also in terms of this really expansive community. So I'm going to turn it over to you two. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thank you. All
Thank
the
you,
way from
Onyx.
Spain. It is awesome. We're excited. I mean, this thing is just cooking. It just goes and goes and goes. You can't find a better business model, and there's not a better place to learn it than the upcoming This Is It convention. I was thinking yesterday, Sabrina and I used to live, and our kids, we used to live right across the street from Disney World. And I'm bringing that up because we used to have people, and this is about I'm trying to make a point about the This Is It convention. We always had people that would come to Disney World and they would say, you know, friends, hey, can we stay with you or something like that? I said, you could, but really the best thing to do is to get inside the park, stay in one of the hotels, immerse yourself into the atmosphere. And there's something that happens when you go to the park, excuse me, and you drive outside and you start seeing the normal world again. You don't want to do that. You want to stay inside. You want to be in the atmosphere. And it's the same thing with the This Is It convention. There's something that happens when you get around that many people that are like-minded, that see it, because you're all in the battlefield right now. You're all with people that you're trying to help them see this thing. So you need to take the time to come to the convention, to get around people and be able to hear what is really working. So this is a very, very simple business. Matter of fact, I was putting a guy in just the other day, and they just upgraded to Diamond 5 minutes before this video. I was telling them, well, he was telling me, hey, I'm not really a great people person. And I started laughing. Great, then you won't screw this up. And he goes, what in the world are you saying? And I said, the reason why most people are mess something up, especially in this, is because they jabber too much. They talk too much. And this system basically if you've listened to any of the other training, this is the thing where you want to back off and use the tools. We've got a phenomenal website, startx39.com. And Sabrina and I are just really wanting to focus on the new folks that are coming into the business, because there's just a ton of new people. We have a ton of new people. I'm constantly training and I'm constantly helping the people that I've put in, but we're constantly helping the new babes that just came in. Just like when you birth a baby, we've got 3. It wasn't like you could just lay them in a crib and say, hey, I'll see you when you walk. It's not like that. You've got to help people to understand where to go and how easy this thing is. And StartX39 makes it very easy. But to get there, you want to be able to use this 3-3-1 process. You want to be able to share with 3 people a day, whether you're calling them, whether you're texting them, whether you're emailing them. Now, according to a study that I just saw, most billionaires love to text. So if you want to find people that love to make money, text them is what I think. But there's something that happens when you just keep it simple. One of the best trainers in this thing is Renita Brennan. And when she said, she gave me a little thing that really helps me. And she said, I've partnered with a technology. And then you just say a few things that don't overcomplicate it, takes care of some chronic pain, inflammation. People are having success in this. Of course, we never say that the patch is healing anybody or doing anything. It's just encouraging the body to do what God intended it to be able to do. So, we also believe, and I have seen this thing is running downhill. This is easy. It's just like getting on a bike and just start pedaling. You're going to find yourself running downhill, because if you wear the patch, you're getting results, and you simply are asking people, hey, have you heard of X39? We are literally still in that area where you can ask people, hey, have you heard of X39? I told somebody the other day, we are back in the Dexter Yeager years of the first year of Amway. Hey, have you heard of Amway? We're back in those days, because this thing is cranking. And simply people like, I speak a lot, sing a lot all around the country. And so I've started to wear my patch on my hand. And some of you have seen that. And I wear it on my hand a lot. And I had people come up to me the other day, Brother Tim, are you a diabetic, or did you just have blood drawn? And I'm like, no, why? Well, we see that patch on your hand. Oh, that's my stem cell.
I'm so glad.
I'm so glad that you noticed that. No, it's a stem cell reactivation patch. And they're like, what in the world is that? Now, I know a lot about this. I've been doing this for almost a year. I've put in about 82 people personally. I know I could go on and on. But the thing that I do right there is I back off and I just say stem cell reactivation patch helps people with whatever you want to say, and or your own personal testimony. And then just say, hey, I can send you a link if you like, and just be really cool about it. You don't want to jump in people's face. You want to just be cool. Sit back, say, hey, matter of fact, the other day I was sitting at a hotel pool, and this guy named Tony Viola, he's an Italian brother. He came out, didn't know him. He just sat down a little bit away from me trying to get some sun. And we said some pleasantries between each other. And he said, hey, what do you do? And I said, I help people stimulate their own stem cells. And he goes, wait a minute, what did you say? I said, I help people stimulate their stem cells. I started talking Italian for him. So he just has some fun with it. And I said, hey, Tony, I've got a link I can send to you. And I told him a few things. And then we had a testimony come in a couple of days ago of a guy that I just put on the patch. He put Tommy down there in Sierra Vista, and he put his patch on at 5 a.m. and he was calling me at 7. And he was saying, hey, Tim, first time in 15 years that my legs don't hurt. And I'm like, yes. And so he even testified in our meeting that night. But what I did was, and this is a strategy that I use, I took that testimony and I sent it out, because, man, that's seed. And faith comes by hearing. So I'm a preacher, so you have to hear some things. But faith comes by hearing. And I wanted people, and reading, so I wanted people to be able to see. Well, I sent this to Tony Viola, and he wrote me back. He goes, I am so intrigued by this. I've been looking at StartX39. So I immediately just kind of said, Tony, I got to go. Make sure you watch that link, and I'll follow up with you in a couple of days. Not pressuring people. The tools make it so that anybody can do this. This has to be duplicatable. You want it so that, just the other day we were in a meeting in Phoenix at an orthopedic surgeon's house, whose house was, the living room was bigger than most people's homes. And I was like, okay, $4 million house, orthopedic surgeon. I think we're in the right place at the right time. It gave me even more confidence. But you also want it to be easy where somebody that's just delivering pizza to try to make ends meet, that they can do the same thing. Networking makes it all level. I always say that for salvation, everybody's level at the cross of Christ. Well, in this business, everybody's level. It's not a pyramid, it's an upside down pyramid where you start right here and create your space through your contacts, the people that you love and like. I've said this before, Sabrina and I only contact people that we love or like, and we tell them you fall in there somewhere. And they start laughing, and we're like, hey, found something, partnered with the technology that has changed our life, changing other people's life. We just want to make you aware of it. So in the midst of all this, we just find that God has blessed this thing. We're blessed with the leadership that we have in this company. You've got Onyx that's on here, one of the best. I'm telling you what, I love it when Onyx Cole does a three-way call for us, because she is calm, cool, and collected. And that I've started to do something that you do, Onyx. I get on the phone and I don't just start jabbering. I do what you do because I want to make the money that you make. So I've decided I get on the phone and go, how can I serve you? What can I do for you? And I let the people start telling me what they need, because they know what they need. And plus it cuts the call down from about 10 minutes down to about 4, because you're able to find out what they need, how you can serve them, and boom, we go about with that. So God is helping us to have some wisdom in this thing. And the wisdom is don't try to recreate the wheel. Find out what works. You want to be consistent. As Onyx says, again, we build this in the nooks and crannies of our life. You're going to be around people at the store, at the dry cleaners, you go to the post office. Look in your phone. Who have you not contacted in your phone? I put a post up the other day of a beautiful picture of my daughter and I at a quinceañera that our whole family went to. And literally 206 people wrote in or liked and said, beautiful, gorgeous, awesome. Guess what? I had 206 people on a list to be able to call and thank them. Thank you. We appreciate it. By the way, Sabrina and I have come across something that has blessed our life. And then we go about and I share the link. The cool thing is they already know that they contacted me. The cool thing is when I call them back, they know it's not spam or somebody to try to get them on something. They know that it's me. And so that's another way that we're constantly building a list, constantly wanting to share things with people. So anyway, this thing's huge. Before we go on, want to wish Steve-O Merritt a happy 60th birthday. Happy birthday, Steve. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve-O Merritt. Happy birthday to you. Yay. They are making the way. I know that Jesus is coming soon because the Merritts took a week off from the business. So we must be in the last days for them to take a week off. But I'm just kidding. They're going up. I'm sure they've got a meeting planned somewhere in Tennessee. But anyway, this thing is huge. We've got great leadership in Steve and Gina. What a great lady. I mean, if you can't have fun with Gina, you're dead. You just need to hang it up. If you can't get fired from that, your wood's wet, as we say. So we love Gina. We love Mike and Saeed. I got to see them in Phoenix. What great leaders. I remember when we went executive director, they called us and they just said, hey, if you need any help out there with any Spanish speakers, we'll help you out. Now, they don't even get any points from that. They don't get anything in their business from us. But yet that's the kind of team that we have. And I'm saying this because you're going to have support. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So if you have questions, call. You can't bug us. If you win, we win. So let's join arms. Let's lock arms together. And here's a success tip. Be fun. Smile. Have fun. The reason people are going to get off work early and try to make a meeting and bring somebody is because it's fun. Not because it's the First Church of Frigidaire or feels like a place of a cemetery or something like that. You got to have fun with this. I tell people we've already got jobs. We don't need a second one. Let's have fun. That's what causes people to get in this thing, is because they're looking for camaraderie. They're looking for somebody that'll help them. They're looking for people that have a vision. And, I tell people, hey, if you don't have a vision right now, look through my eyes, because I do have one. We have one, and we're having a ball doing this. And we're seeing people's lives change. It's fun when people put a patch on and they call you, hey, my pain is gone. It's fun when they say, hey, I can think better. Hey, you know what? It's like Onyx. She has to go to the salon for her hair like 3 times a week. I mean, it's just growing like a weed. We should just call her Tangled. She's the new Disney princess. The hair is just constantly growing. So, we just have fun with this. And that's what will grow your business. Is like, I don't know about this patch, but that guy was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. So when they're getting their belief, you have to understand you're walking into a meeting. And I know I feel like a fire hydrant. I'm just sharing, but you're not going in to convince anybody. The biggest thing you want to convince them of is that you're convinced, that you have total belief in what you're doing. They're going to check out the product, but they're like, you know what, that guy really believes, that lady believes in what she's doing. And so that's contagious. So anyway, we've only got just a limited amount of time with you. So I want to turn it over for a little bit to my better half. This is Sabrina Gidley. We've been together for, 25 years now with everything.
24.
Well, I know, but I had to reel you in for a while before you married me. I had to sucker you into this whole thing. So about a quarter of a century we've been together, and that just blows my mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's one of the great ladies, and she knows how to love on people. Where I tell people the truth, she tells people things that will make them feel better and encourage them. So, but it's all true. So I'll turn it over to Sabrina. Sabrina's got some words of encouragement, some mindset things. And so, honey.
Well,
Take it away.
it is fun.
Yeah.
I mean, this business is fun. I was telling someone yesterday on the phone, the coolest thing is when you get a call from somebody and they tell you, I had pain for 10 years. I couldn't get rid of it. And since I've been wearing this patch, I feel so much better. I'm, 80% pain-free, 90% free, 100% pain-free. That's exciting. And it fills you up and gets you ready for the next contact that you're going to do, because you're ready to listen. You're not just ready to share, but you're ready to listen. And I think that is a part of this business. And that's what you were saying about what we learned from Onyx and listening to her on the phone, that when she gets on the phone and she doesn't just share, but she's ready to listen. And I wanted to take that one step further this morning, where you're ready to listen to someone else. When you talk to them, when you share with them, you give them your part, and then you're ready to hear what they have to say. But even deeper going than that, there's an ability that you have to listen to yourself. So what is it that you desire? Well, how is it that you see yourself? Where is it that you want to go? What are your goals for this business, for your family, for your health, for your relationships? And then when you listen to yourself, you'll start finding out really what motivates you and what is that deep desire that God has put in your heart. What has God spoken to you? And then what can you do with it? And are you ready to step into the timing of it? I learned something once, a few years back, when someone told me there's 2 seasons in your life. You're either going to be in an overall season, you're either going to choose a season of comfort, or you're going to choose a season of growth. And they're both good, and they both play off of each other. And we need those times of comfort because you need some rest, some R&R, ready to get refueled and to go again. But those seasons of growth, man, that's where it happens. And when you're ready to say yes to growth, maybe you've said yes to comfort for too long. And now you wake up today and you say, all right, this is it. I'm ready today to say yes to growth. Yes to this business. Yes to making sure my patch is put on. Yes to making sure that I follow up with my I'm ready, because each of those things, although they might feel uncomfortable to you, it's causing growth. And when you're growing, you're allowing your team to grow, the people that you've contacted, because as you step out and as you lead, these people are going to follow right behind you. Even if it doesn't feel like it at first, growth promotes growth.
Yeah.
Activity promotes activity. Action promotes action. Faith promotes faith. And when you have a story and a testimony because you have felt what this patch has done for you,
Yeah.
or you, a loved one, or you shared it with someone and you saw this, then your faith is built and you're ready for that growth. And don't be surprised and don't be shocked. And definitely don't let it discourage you if you feel discouraged in that growth. Because growth sometimes doesn't happen overnight. It takes step by step, day by day. It's all right that it takes time. It's okay that you feel the ups and downs of it. But the point of it is that in the morning, we're saying yes to growth every day.
Yeah.
We've just chosen to walk into that season where we said, you know what, I have had comfort. And it's been good and I've appreciated it, but now I'm setting that comfort season aside. And every morning I'm going to say yes to growth.
Right.
And that growth will come in different ways. It comes from listening to encouraging things, motivational things. For me, getting in the Word of God, finding out the promises, the blessings that I'm going to step into, walking into the structure of this business, the 3-3-1. All right, I'm going to say yes to the 3-3-1 today. And every day that you say yes to growth, there's one more step, one more building block, one more brick in the stairway of getting to where you know that you're called to be, what God has spoken to your heart, and the desires that you want to see happen in your life. So whether you felt like you win or you lost that day, or as we say, either you win or you learn,
Yeah, very true.
It's all the same strategy, because if you win or if you learn, you still have to step back and look at it and analyze, you know, what did I do today that made this happen? How did I contact this person? How did I use the videos, the structures, the 3-3-1? What did I do that really gave success or didn't quite work? What can I tweak a little bit more? You can analyze it. All of that is saying yes to growth every day. So I just wanted to encourage y'all and make that point and walk into that season where you say, this is my season of growth. I'm willing to feel a little bit of the growing pains, but I know it's going to pay off in the end.
That was good. See what I live with? No wonder I look this way. No wonder I'm happy. Listen, I want to give a shout out to Regis and Jody Andrews, who are our sponsors, who had the courage to share this patch with us right after Steve shared it with them. And I want to thank you for that, because another statement that I heard at last year's convention that really left a huge dent in my brain, caused a new divot to be right there, was that if you don't win, who loses?
Yeah.
When I come into meetings and I've got people that are recovered from strokes, come on. Last night we got a testimony of of a child that is battling cancer and has already been in hospice. And we had a person that were just like, hey, we're putting a patch on them. And the family was like, can't hurt. And now literally within 24 hours, the kid was not eating. He was not even taking water. And now he's drinking water after a few hours, wanting water on this. He's also staying awake the whole day to be able to talk with his family.
Yeah.
Tell me how precious it is if you knew you only had a few hours. Would you rather than be comatose, or would you rather than to be able to share and talk about memories and say, I love you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a miracle. It's really, this product, what we've seen, it really is a divine intervention from heaven to help us during this season. And, you know, in this world, in this land that we live in, it is something that can help our bodies activate and our stem cells do what they're supposed to do anyway. And our sponsors, Regis and Jody, they stepped out and they called us and they said no. And then we thought, well, okay, let's kind of take a look at it. You know, you're just kind of in there, trust us. This is good. And then they've been just good sponsors, really supportive.
Yeah. And then I told you, we'll get in next week. And she said, you said, oh no, you're not. You're getting in right now. Go sit down.
I said, don't.
I think there was a ball game on I wanted to watch, or some kind of crap that has nothing to do with success.
I go, wait a second, Steve and Gina, Jody and Regis, no, we're getting in now. Like here, I'm giving him the credit card.
Wait a minute, Steve and Gina are doing something. Onyx is in. Yeah, I think I'll wait for a week and let another 1,000 people get in ahead of me. When she spoke, I listened. It's E.F. Hutton right here. I was like, yeah, you're right. I just need to do this. Thank God that we were able to do that. But literally, Regis and Jody, they shared this thing, and it is all the testimonies that I hear now are because I shared it with people. 80 people have turned into over 10,000 people on a team.
Wow.
And we have all these testimonies. And I get tears. I was starting to weep right there because it makes me happy when I hear that people don't have problems, ankle problems anymore. Their heart problems have receded, or their eyes, like me. I don't have to wear my readers now to look down at my notes. I have them here for safety if for something happens, but I wear X39. So I just kind of carry them around to look mature and smart. But anyway, this thing works. People are having a blast doing this, simply sharing the patch. Matter of fact, I was with a lady yesterday. She might be on today. I won't say her name, but it's funny. Her husband was not really in for her getting her diamond pack, but he submitted the way we should to our wives. And he said, okay, I'll do it. But he calls it the stupid patch. Can you give me one of those stupid patches? He didn't want it at first. And he's too much of a guy to be able to say, I was wrong. But yet he constantly comes to her, I'm getting ready to go to work. Can you give me one of those stupid patches? And it's because she's like, you like the patch and everything. He's fine. Yeah, fine. I feel good. I don't have aches and pains. I can actually remember my name. If somebody asks me, what the names of my children are, I don't recite every other one until I get to the one that I need. I'm having a life because this thing is stimulating people's stem cells. It's bringing up a copper peptide. It's the holy grail of anti-aging. When I get up in the morning, I feel excited. I feel awesome in my head, where I come from people that the glass is half full. I wake up in the morning in the past with a blue crayon, ready to paint the world blue. She'll tell you that. And that's the thing that happened to me 3-4 hours after I started wearing the patch. All of a sudden I was positive. Yeah. I was more exciting to be around. I was even more handsome than I already am. It's already, we're just having fun. So this is an easy business. I minister to people, Christian. I'm a singer. I've sung, Republican National Convention. I've sung opening up the Senate before. God's given me opportunities in those things. And we've been blessed doing that. But not everybody can do what I'm able to do. But everybody can patch somebody.
That's true.
Everybody. Who's able to do this? Anybody. Because we have a system where a pizza delivery guy can make $1 million and an orthopedic surgeon can make $1 million. You got people that have major degrees and people that have no degrees. People that have degrees like a thermometer, they're smart. Most of the time we have to dumb those people down a little bit to help them just share. Just read the slides. Build 331 step 5. You have access to the same slides that Steve and Gina and Onyx, Mike and Saeed, Matt and Kim Curtis, all the rock stars on this thing that use. And if you can read, I did this the other day in a meeting. I said, everybody raise your hands that can read. And I was like, okay, we've got senior presidential directors in here. If you're able to read, you can do this. And one of the great things that you have to do in this thing, and as far as getting into the nooks and crannies of the business, is that you need to be a manager. As Onyx told me, the first time I ever had a conversation with her, she said, don't look at senior presidential, don't look at executive presidential or any of that. Manager. Manager is the greatest, most prosperous, successful position you can get. It is the Lego foundation. I'm a dad of 3. I know what Legos are. I know how to step on them in the middle of the night and try to control myself. But in this business, manager. So for you guys who don't know what that is, you can achieve it in 2 different ways. I recommend coming in at gold and then putting 2 silvers or above on your right leg, 2 silvers or above on your left leg. Now, this is what I did because it took me a while to understand, is that I came in at like a silver level And then I put my 2. It took me 4 days and I did not have any product. I did not have any patches. I just called a few friends and said, I need your credit card. And they go, why? I said, because we're doing something. Well, what is it? None of your business. Just, you trust me, don't you? Yes. Okay. 30-day money back guarantee. I'll tell you later. So anyway, we got in, we put the thank you for putting that slide up. So 30-day goal to go manager. You can get your 2 silvers on either side, take that money and use it to upgrade to gold, or come in at gold and put 2 people on the right and 2 people on the left. So that's really the beginning of this entire business. Matter of fact, even though I'm an executive director, even though we've sponsored 80 some people, my goal usually every month is to become a manager. I go out and sponsor 2 more on the left, 2 more on the right. I'm already at the diamond level, but that keeps things going. Now, listen, I want you to understand, speed of the leader, speed of the group. Your group is going to do 50% of what you do and 100% of what you do not. You need to hear that. Your group is going to do 50% of what you do, and they're going to do 100% of what you don't do. It's Father's Day weekend. I had people said they couldn't come and get on this thing today because it's Father's Day weekend. Well, I'm sorry, unless you're senior presidential, unless you're cruising in a coach up to Tennessee to spend a week with your kids on the lake, you should be on this broadcast. But of course, you guys are already on here. We've learned not to take excuses from people. So anyway, I digress. But anyway, you have to have a vision. The next thing after manager, like we said, it's a building block. It's a building block. So what you want to do is develop the people that you've brought in. The goal is what? Manager. So to go director in a 60 days, you want to help somebody on the right and somebody on the left attain the manager level. And that brings you into director. Now, what's exciting about this is convention is that we're pushing for 100 new senior directors that can walk across stage. So again, let's show the building block. If we have a slide for the senior director, let's do this. So the 90-day goal is to go senior director. So what is that? Okay, so you got manager, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Then for director, you help 2 people on that other side. Right side, produce a manager. Right side, left side, thank you, produce a manager. That makes you a director. Now, there's 2 things that have to happen here. You take one of those that makes people director. They already have a manager, and a manager makes them director. What you want to do is you want to help 2 of your people achieve that and get to director. A director on the right, a director on the left, and that's going to make you senior director. And this is the first rank that includes a volume requirement of 10,000 in volume. Now, guess what? You don't have to worry about that. For our story, this is hilarious. I'm hitting it. I didn't even know where to look at my volume on my back office. And I'm cruising. I'm going for senior director, and I got my director, and Steve Merritt calls me. And he says, congratulations. And I'm like, yeah, man, we're pressing for that 10,000 in volume. He goes, what are you talking about? You got like 45,000 in volume right now. You're getting ready to go executive. I was like, what? I had no idea. So you don't have to know all the details. You just have to know that your goal is not even director. Your goal is, if you'll keep going manager, repeat the process,
right.
You will find people that will want to do this. And it's no fun hitting the ball and dragging Joe. I don't have time to tell you that story, but it's more, I would say it's no fun to try to push a river. You can't. I think Jim Rome was the one that said that I was so determined I was going to make people successful, even if it killed me. And he goes, and it almost did. Because sometimes you have a vision for other people that they don't have for themselves. What you're looking for is winners. You're looking for people in the midst of that 3-3-1. So I've told you how to be able to be a manager, a director, and then a senior director. And you get senior director before we go to This Is It in Tampa. You're going to walk across that stage. And that, my career has provided me many stages. Not many people get on stage. You have the ability, by helping somebody become a manager and then a director on either side of your business. And that's going to make you a senior director.
Yeah.
You're going to get, well, plus if you do it before the 25th, imagine what happens if you could be an overachiever, get to manager, that's $100. Then you get to director, that's an extra $300.
Mhm.
I think our first month in business, we qualified for about $600-700 in additional bonuses because thank God they were running a promotion.
Yeah.
So we were able to cash in with that. So you want to do this 331. So guys, if you don't know what, we talk about build331.com. That's where you go to train. That's where you send your people to be able to train. There's 9 steps there. You're able to set up on how you get paid.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that you're able to go through, they've got like simulated calls of how to call people, what to say, what not to say, because everybody has to be able to grab that little thing. Like I grabbed, the thing from Onyx on how to do a 3-way call. How can I serve you? How can I help you? And they tell me, so I don't have to spend time digging around. The same thing, Renita Brennan, rock star. I mean, we love her.
What is the 331?
The-
3 of what? Tell them what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is when Renita gave me that little thing, I'm partnering. We are partnering with the technology. There's little things that you will find that help you be able to open your mouth and be able to share this thing. But the 331 is contacting 3 people a day. As Onyx would say, we build this in the nooks and crannies of our life. You're not locking yourself in a room, sweating bullets because you have to contact somebody. What you're doing is you might be going to the post office and you've developed some kind of a hey relationship with the lady that takes your mail. And it's like, hey, Janine, hey, we've just run across this technology that has helped us amazingly in our bodies. It's just an amazing thing. Maybe it has an opportunity if you want to take advantage of that. Would you like to find out more? And most of the time, everybody's telling me yes. Send them a link. Boom. It's right there. So you want to contact, text, call, email, something, 3 people a day. If you do that every month, you're contacting at least 100 people. So you're contacting 100 people a month.
Which is great.
And you're just doing, then once you get people in the pipeline, you're following up. Now, I did a follow-up last night from a lady that went to a church, ministered, pastor, invited this other lady to come out with us to dinner. We had some people there. She was sitting next to me and I told her, she goes, are you the one that's bringing this X39 to New Mexico? I said, yes, New Mexico is mine. So is Arizona, and we're going to claim most of California. So don't come to the West. It's all ours. Okay. So got her a video. I didn't talk her to death, got her a video. Then I texted her because she said Friday, I'll look and see what I can do.
Right.
So this is how I followed up. I wrote her one word. So, and she wrote me back. She goes, I'm in. She goes, here's my information. And I said, okay. So I followed up with one word. I put S and 10 O's. So yeah, again, it's having fun with people. If they needed more information, get them more information. So go through your computer, your Rolodex, prospect people. It's the easiest thing to do. Wear your patch. For me, we found out back of the neck, below the belly button, but honestly, guys, patch it, put it where it hurts. If you've got something, but wear it on your neck and wear another one on your hand, if that's what you need to do. But you're wanting to be able to give people the opportunity to ask you, what is this thing?
Mm-hmm.
So this thing, is easy. And also for those of you that don't like to do presentations, there's nothing wrong with that. Totally understand that somebody, Jerry Seinfeld said that most people, when it comes to public speaking, would rather be the guy in the coffin than the guy giving the eulogy. That's how scared people are. Can you imagine? No, I'll be dead. You take the eulogy. That's fine. I'll cut my life short. Some people are just scared, and we understand that. So Steve and Gina Onyx, they've come up with this brilliant system of doing things like this on Zoom. Zoom is a beautiful thing. People don't have to get babysitters. They don't have to drive across town. They can sit in their underwear eating Cheetos. Hopefully the computer's high enough that we don't have to see any of that. But you can stay at home and build a business.
Yeah.
You can be able to get people on a link. So Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, then you've got Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, then you've got Friday at noon, a lunchtime. That one's only 30 minutes.
It's a good one.
And it is a very good
I like
one.
that one.
Yeah, I like
whether
that.
you're new or whether you've been in the business for a few minutes, plug into that.
Yeah.
I love that Friday one. Plug
Yeah.
into one of these because it really does. I was talking about that growth. It really does give you that kind of shot in the arm to go through the 331s for the next week or the next month. And it's important to find out too what's going on, like what new like the That's It conference coming up. It's important to stay plugged in. And also, our Jody and Regis, our sponsors, have been so great about keeping us informed. And you want to make sure you're not just reaching out to the new people, but to your team.
Yeah.
You're contacting them and you're keeping them updated on all the good stuff that's going on. And you're sending out texts and reminders to them. Hey, it's a Friday afternoon, Zoom coming up.
Well,
Let's do it.
Right here, she put it up. Thanks. I appreciate you putting it up for us. The QFT opportunity Monday at 8, Wednesday at 8, Friday at noon. And then you have these Saturdays that are for training that you can tap into. And even if you can get on for a few minutes, just, sometimes we go into the kitchen and grab a little bite that'll keep us for another 30 minutes before a meal. This is the same thing with this. Grab what you can. You may hear one thing. Then for us here in the West, we are really using this a lot because we're near Phoenix, we're near Mexico. So we've got people coming in that have a lot of contacts in the Espanol community. So on Thursday night, we have the rock stars of Mike and Saeed that are doing a Thursday night that is all for our Spanish crowd. And so you can plug these people in. So the bottom line is, if you don't want to do, you can at least do the contact.
Yeah.
You can at least get them to the point where they're interested and then say, hey, guess what? On Thursday, there's a stem cell X39 opportunity launch in Spanish. Thursday at 8 p.m., you can learn about the new stem cell reactivation. You can take a picture of this right now and send it to the people. You've got Zoom where you're going to have people that have put this thing together. Mike and Saeed made, I think, $5 million in the last business that they did. They're rapidly doing just as well or better in this one. But the biggest thing is they're bringing other people along. Yeah. I always see the rank advancements, and it's Mike and Saeed putting them on. We got another manager, we got another presidential, we've got another SPD.
That's so exciting.
So it's made me very angry, but I'm dealing with it anyway. Just kidding. So listen, the other thing is that you want as we drink out of this fast flowing water hydrant called Tim Gidley is that you don't want to prejudge anybody. Even if you've got a doctor, if you go in and have a doctor that you're talking to, I'm going to tell you, these guys make huge money, but they have no time. They're also paying huge in the area of malpractice insurance, overhead, all these different things. And this is the thing is that with this kind of business, you can actually build a residual income that is in that someday you can't even tell people some of the money that people are making. I mean, it's just almost unbelievable. But the thing about it is if they stop, it keeps on going. Because we brought in other people that have dreams and goals. And they're like, hey, Tim, if you end up quitting, I'm not quitting. I've got a dream. I've got a goal. But we don't have to pay. We don't have employees. We don't have any of these different things. It's an amazing thing. So you're looking for people that are already, well, they're too busy. Let me tell you something. Busy people get this done.
That's true.
I mean, the lady that we sat down with yesterday, an accountant, private chef for her husband, they've got all kinds of 2 other businesses that they have started. They're busy. And she says, we'll get this done. It's not a problem because I know people that are busy, but busy people get this done. So don't prejudge. They wouldn't be interested. They wouldn't be interested. So you don't want to prejudge. You just want to follow up, put people into the system, 3 people a day, follow up with 3 people a day, and point people to the Zooms. You've got a Monday. You got a Wednesday, you got a Thursday. If you want to learn Spanish, tune in Thursday. Then you've got a Friday at noon. And I would tell you, I understand most people can't get on there for every one, but if you have a week, get on for every one of them.
Yeah.
Get on as much as you can, because I'm telling you, you're going to learn something that Mike says. You're going to hear something that Onyx says. You're going to hear something that Gina Merritt says. That is going to I call it the witness of the Holy Spirit. It's like God on the inside of you going, hey, listen to that. Yeah. That's for you. And there's certain things that I just imitate what I hear. I imitate what I hear. So here's something, because Onyx is on the screen. So I want to say one more thing is that when you go to a movie and you're looking at things that are going on that are just amazing, it's called suspended disbelief. You just suspend the whole thing of whether something is true. You're just taking it in. You need to do that same thing with this business.
That's
Quit
good.
trying to figure it out. I have people in my team that ask me things about the comp plan, and I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. I go manager. I go 1, 2, 1, 2, silver. And I found out that I'm starting to put in more golds, platinums now because of my belief level. And people sense my belief level and they're like, okay, I'm grabbing a hold of that guy. They're grabbing a hold of my coat while I'm grabbing a hold of Onyx's coat while she drags me through Spain, hopefully someday, and drags us together through Spain, because we'll have the time and the money. That's the reason why we listen. Don't listen. I'm going to say this. Don't listen to your Uncle Charlie, who's not made any money at anything and tells you that this little patch isn't going to do a thing. I'm going to tell you, because I always do this. I get close to the screen. There's money in this, folks. So suspend your belief in people that haven't done anything. Love everybody, but take wisdom from people that are where you want to be.
Yeah.
You want to be able to call in well. You want to call your boss and go, well, I ain't coming today. Where you're going to get fired. Well, that's fine, because I got another 5,000 a month coming in. So maybe I'll just probably better stay on top of this and make that grow. You know, I'm just trying to help you understand a few things. Grab a hold of the coattails of people or of where you want to be. And the people that are where I want to be are constantly using 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1. Now, Renita Brennan, she was doing like 30, 30, 12. It doesn't matter. You can go and do this as fast as you can. I've had people ask me, is that all I'm allowed to do is 3, 3, 1? And then after I go slap them, I'm like, no, do whatever you want to do. That's the minimum. Share with 3, text them 3. My 3, 3, 1 takes me 9.5 minutes a day. I'm sorry, did that stress you out? No. 9 minutes a day. Now, it took me about 35, 40 minutes when I first started. But now I can be standing in a grocery line and do 3, 3, 1. It's just get your mindset where you're ready to win. So I think we've covered most of everything, but here's a great slide. I like this slide. This is something I need to get this slide. Daily goal, 3, 3, 1. Patch some people. Weekly goal, 3 personals. Monthly goal, 13 personals. You know, I'm usually doing that about every month. Yeah. And so you get a very nice, healthy income off the PIB bonuses, product introductory bonus. Plus you're throwing points down the binary, right or left. And then that thing coughs out money to you every Wednesday. And you're like, wow, I made money again. Do you realize that most people, if they make an extra $500 a month, it'll keep them out of bankruptcy?
Yeah.
I mean, this is serious. Plus, guys, you can do your job and do this at lunchtime. Plus, you can do it for a few hours sitting on your back porch like I do, staring at a mountain. All you need is a phone, and all you need is somebody hey, what do you know about stem cells? Hey, I've just ran across something that is phenomenal. Wanted to share it with you. Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to take on your right leg. You want to go manager, go manager, go manager, go manager, go manager until you have 20 people down that right side. Then you want to go manager, 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 manager again, and just put people in down that other leg, 20 people. Out of that, you're going to find 2 or 3 people that you're going to work with on a consistent basis on either side. And all of a sudden you're going to see thousands of dollars coming into you, hundreds of testimonies coming into you. Right. And then this thing's just going to roll. So this is a 90-day goal. I mean, you know, write this on some kind of a card, or take your wife's lipstick, guys, and write 2020 vision on the mirror right there. Wake up, take a picture of yourself in a tuxedo and put 2020 vision 90-day goal and put it and stick it to the roof above your bed. So that's the first thing you see in the morning, and put underneath it, aren't you tired of doing this? Yeah. Getting up and going and building somebody else's dream when you're able to build your own. Now, we're thankful for jobs, absolutely thankful for them. I don't want one anymore. The cool thing is that I've always kind of done what I wanted to do. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always been singing, preaching. That's kind of, you have to be an entrepreneur to be itinerant the way I am, because you're booking, you're doing things. But it's so cool to have this other income where I've been able to back that schedule off and be with my family more. Yeah. Instead of me singing at a church for Father's Day, I'm hanging out at the house because I don't have to go anywhere if I don't want to. So I'm going on a hike today here in Sedona with my kids. That's what 2020, here's the thing. You got to take 2020 and have it that is like a secret little combination on the safe of your dreams.
Yeah.
What are it? 331 that. Oh my God, I don't have to go to work anymore. That's exactly what this really is. Then all of a sudden you're going to a car dealership you never thought you'd go to. All of a sudden you're checking into a hotel you never could afford to go to. All of a sudden you're starting to be able to spell Maui because you're going there, or you're able to go to Spain. This girl, she just goes to Spain. Yeah, I'm going to Spain. It's just, everybody else plans for 50 years. Yeah, someday I'm going to make it to Spain. Onyx is just, I'm going to Spain. Steve and Gina, we're hopping in the coach and we're going to Tennessee. Did you have to ask anybody to do that? No. Why? Because you've got the money and the time and a business that doesn't stop when you need to stop. It keeps on going. And it's all because of that little patch, that little quarter-sized patch that when you stick enough people, stick them, because things are going to happen. So anyway, we love you guys. Is there anything that I missed?
No, it was.
I don't think so. My mouth hurts.
I
My
don't
tongue's
think so. That was amazing. And Gina told me that I was going to adore Sabrina, that she was on fire in Arizona. And
Yep.
you all, I don't know if you heard what she said, but I really clearly did. She talked about a season of growth and a season of comfort. And
Yeah.
so this is one of the things that I learned in network marketing. And so the cool thing about the system is it allows you to stay in a season of growth for a very long period of time. Long before I ever found network marketing, I was studying with Anthony Robbins, trying to figure out how do you build wealth. And he
Yeah.
talked about it's a 9-year plan for most people to build wealth. Now, I've never heard him talk about network marketing. I've certainly heard Robert Kiyosaki talk about network marketing, but never have I heard Anthony Robbins speak about network marketing.
Yeah.
So the way the 331 system is set up is to allow you to stay in the growth season. Well, sometimes if you want to take comfort, you can. And if you want to keep growing, you keep growing. But think about it. When I said yes to Lifeway 3.5 years ago, what did I have? Nothing. I had this little patch. I had a
Right.
belief in what was possible. And I just consistently and persistently worked on business. Take it back 10 years or 13 years. What did David Schmidt have? He had a vision that was given to him probably by God about this amazing little patch. And what did he have to do? He had to stay in the growth section, not
Yeah.
go into the comfort section. So what I've learned in network marketing is most people, your growth will vary according to what you come to this party with. Some of you will hit it right out of the gate, bam, you'll be like Steve and Gina, and you're at the top of the comp plan in 21 days. Took me longer. I had nothing. I had this little patch and I had a belief. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. It's not going to take you 9 years. And so
Right.
what I tell everyone is plug in. Lonnie, can you put in the welcome slide? If you have not plugged in, I encouraging you, please plug in. Steve, Gina, and myself, we're not going to come find you. You got to find us. So how do you find us? You connect to us on the Facebook page. How do you find us? You go to the Onyx Pole Network Marketing YouTube page. I've got my girls are putting up 1 or 2 new videos every single day onto that page. So take a picture of this slide and plug in. You want to plug in and you want your teams to plug in. So at the end of this video, this is a YouTube live. At the end, once we shut it off, it becomes a recording on that YouTube page that you all can then share. So plug into the system. I thought it was funny today on Facebook. I saw a quote by, it said, learn from a billionaire. And there was a quote from Richard Branson. And it said, when you get offered a business opportunity, to say yes and to learn the business later.
Learn
And
it
so
later.
the beautiful thing about this product is that if you can pull the back off of this, I love what Mike and Sai say, just be like when you were 5 and you put stickers all over the wall and all over people and everywhere you could. That's
Right.
a beautiful way to build this business. So for me, I go to hot yoga every day. And what
Yeah.
happens every day in hot yoga? I get to patch 2 or 3 people every single day when I'm at hot yoga, even when I'm in España. Because guess what happens, y'all? I text them. Give me your cell phone number. We do it on WhatsApp, which is what they like to do here. No problem. And what do? I WhatsApp them, startx39.com. So for me, I learned last time when I was able to earn $17 million as a single mom to stay in the growth phase. How did I stay in the growth phase? I did a little bit each and every day. I built the business in the nooks and cranny of my life. How's this entire system set up? It's for you to be able to stay in that growth stage and to build your business in the nooks and crannies of your life. So what an amazing training today. Thank you so much, both of you. You absolutely blessed us. If you are on today and you have not signed up for This Is It convention, you're gonna miss it. You want to get on, commit, decide, make a decision in your life, just like you decided that you're going to put this amazing patch on and learn this business. It's a completely different business model. I didn't understand it when I started it. But what I can tell you is that people don't hide their success secrets. They share their success secrets.
Right.
And it's kind of like reading actually our book of the month. I've read that book more than one time. And every time I read that book, what I find is I find a deeper level and a deeper level and a deeper level. And it's just like hearing the different leaders present. All of a sudden, Tim and Sabrina say something you didn't hear last time because you weren't ready to hear it. So if you're not currently committed to This Is It, this is an amazing book. If you haven't read this book, I absolutely love this book. I always find something amazing in it. If you're not committed to come to This Is It, I encourage you to get yourself signed up to This Is It. And of course, that rank up promotion is still going this month, which is absolutely huge for everyone to be able to rank advance. Your whole teams can push forward. Everybody can earn extra money, which is absolutely fantastic. Next week, Steve will be turning 60. Amazing. And thank goodness he finally said yes to me in the X39, because otherwise he probably only had one stem cell. He used to have two stem cells that went around banging each other, going, wake up, wake up, wake up. Now he's got hundreds of stem cells banging around on each other's. So next Saturday is Steve's birthday. He'll be turning 60. And I will actually be leading the training on Saturday. So I look forward to spending time with each and every one of you on Saturday. It was a fantastic training today. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I'm so glad you spoke this time. You're amazing. And I absolutely love that. I hope that everybody goes home with that. Am I willing to stay in the growth phase for a week, for a month, for a year? Can't you guys give us 24 months, y'all? I've been here for, I'm going to come up on 4 years shortly. David Schmidt, he's been here 14 years. It took him 10 years to bring this and 4 years with the X39. Now, the whole company is older, as we know. But what I'm saying is he chose to stay in the growth phase. I chose to stay in the growth phase. I'm encouraging all of you, stay in the growth phase. Keep your sneakers on. Keep doing your 3-3-1. Give it a 24-month commitment and watch your life change.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Father's Day, both to all of the men and to all of the single moms who have had to be both mother and father. If that's been you, I honor you as well for that, what you do. For all of you men that are participating in your children's lives, I honor you. You are so important to the strength of this family and to the world. So happy Father's Day. We celebrate each and every one of you. Have a blessed Saturday, everyone. Thank you so much, Tim and Sabrina. You all are beautiful. God bless.